as it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Savai ustakharais. What is that verse? Ustakharai samstuta purusha pasu. In this world, we see there are many great men, so-called great men, and they are very much praised by the general people. So, Bhagavad says that anyone who is not a devotee, who never chants the Hare Krishna mantra, he may be very great man in the estimation of rascals, but he is nothing but an animal. So, Sabir Baraha Ustra Kharoi. So how you can say such a great man, you are saying that animal? Our business is very thankless task. We say any man who is not a devotee, he is rascal. We say generally. It is very harsh word, but we have to use it.
So these are all nonsense, simply nonsense, mura. Of course, we use this word, mura, and people become very angry. But what can you do? The muras must be explained as muras. And because the muras are going as intelligent, therefore there is chaotic condition. So our Krishna consciousness movement is to become intelligent, not to remain muras, and to expose these rascal muras. That is our Krishna consciousness. See, you must be prepared while making propaganda, expose these muras. That is one of the service of Krishna. Don't remain foolish. Wherever there is required, fight with these muras and tell them rightly, straightforward, that you are muras.
Hare Krishna. On Speaking Strongly in Srila Prabhupada's Service is a book that I've put together to examine how Srila Prabhupada spoke strongly and how he wanted his disciples to do so also. Strongly means clearly presenting the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's instructions, to whomever he met, without going this way, that way, trying to be polite. Of course, it's not that Srila Prabhupada was impolite, but his whole point was to communicate to people the message of Bhagavad Gita, and often in such a direct manner that people might have got offended, and in some cases they did get offended.
Krishna is playing, Krishna is speaking, still these rascals will not understand Krishna. Just like the owl. Owl will never open the eyes to see that there is sunlight. You know this owl? However you may say, Mr. Owl, please open your eyes to see the sun. No, there is no sun, I don't see. This owl civilization. So you have to fight with these owls. You must be very strong, especially the sannyasis. You have to fight with the owls. You have to open their eyes by force, with machine. This is going on. So, this Krishna consciousness movement is a fight against all the owls. The rascal means
The Mayavadi, Karmi, Jnani, Yogi, all they are rascals. It is our open declaration.
I made this book because nowadays in our International Society for Krishna Consciousness, this kind of speaking is often considered improper, and there's preaching against strong and clear preaching, and much of what goes on in the name of preaching is actually avoiding the real message of Bhagavad Gita. So you may wonder, well, why is a whole book needed on that? Well, because there are various arguments that, probably, for instance, Prabhupada was pure, he could do so, we're not pure, we can't do so, that we have to do it gradually and all this kind of thing. So it's all examined in some detail. There are many quotes, more than 500 quotes total, including from Srila Prabhupada and from previous acharyas also. And examining all these points in some detail, that are we interested in public opinion? To what extent we should be interested in public opinion? To what extent we should take the risk and speak straightforwardly? It's not just one-sided. It examines also, there are some instances where we should be particularly cautious. For instance, if we're in a country where the government is very much antagonistic toward devotees. So in this way the whole subject is dealt with in detail.
Satyam briyat priyam briyat ma briyat satyam apriyam. It is social convention that if you want to speak truth, you speak truth very palatable, flattering. Don't speak unpalatable truth. But we are not meant for that purpose, social convention. We are preachers, we are servant of God, we must speak the real truth. You may like it or may not like it. You want to stop all this rascaldom. That is our challenge. We may not have many followers. We don't care for that. We don't want these nonsense followers, many thousands. But they will do. But if we can turn one man into Krishna consciousness perfectly, he can do tremendous work in the world. That is our principle. We don't want nonsense.
If you become Krishna conscious, the whole world will be your enemy. You must be prepared for that. Especially addressing chastiser of the enemy. There is no excuse. You must be chastiser. Not that because I become Krishna conscious, I will be very humble. You must be humble, but in need, if there is need, you shall be thunderbolt. That is Krishna instructing.
Especially for those devotees who do want to speak straightforwardly and clearly and present Krishna consciousness as it is, this book will be especially appreciated by them to offer evidence to those who will preach strongly against preaching strongly. And unfortunately that is going on, that some devotees in our movement, the only thing they preach strongly about is don't preach strongly. So Srila Prabhupada preached strongly and clearly, and he wanted his followers to do so. That is the theme of this book. Please have a look at it and try to understand what is Srila Prabhupada's actual mission, his mood, how he presented Krishna consciousness. This book gives some light on that, light on a major aspect of Srila Prabhupada's preaching which we don't hear much about nowadays. Hare Krishna.
So, the people, a man who is worshipped by so many people, we call respect.
On what strength? The strength is this Krishna consciousness. He can prove that he is rascal. I am not speaking. Krishna is speaking. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Navang duskitanam mula. Mula means rascal. So I am repeating Krishna's word. Anyone who does not surrender unto Krishna, he is rascal. So we can quote from Bhagavad Gita. Somebody brings case against that. So we can freely say that I am not speaking. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, you just bring libel case against Bhagavad Gita. Why you are troubling me?
If you are really Krishna conscious, then our business is to repeat the words of Krishna. That's all. What is the difference between a Krishna's representative and non-representative? The representative of Krishna will simply repeat what Krishna says, that's all. He becomes representative. It doesn't require much qualification. You simply repeat with firm conviction.